Okay, so welcome students on my channel named Gaurav Kumar Jain. And first of all, thank you very much to everyone who is sharing the links on regular basis. Just a second, I think I have got some little problem over here. Okay. So first of all, thank you very much to everyone who is sharing the link of my videos on regular basis in his groups and making those videos reach to the maximum students possible. Thank you so very much. Now today we are here for developing a real-time application on this code.org platform, and the name of this application is emergency app. Absolutely right. So I posted the working of this emergency app couple of months back on my YouTube channel, and you guys liked it a lot. So thank you very much first of all for that. Now I'm just checking out something over here, just trying to find out if there is any technical issue. Okay, everything is good to go. So this is the first screen that we are going to code. I'm already done with defining the designing part on this mobile simulators screen which you're seeing right now. So this is the first screen the user is going to come across. Now there are a couple of components which I have placed over this screen. So the first one is the input box with ID name. Then there is one more. Then there are three more input box. One for email. Then this one is for phone, and this one in which the user is going to input his password. Okay, and finally the user can upload a pic of his own using this photo select button. And after that, when the user will hit this sign up button, I would like him to get redirected on this beautiful login screen where he will be required to input his email ID and whatever password he mentioned over here while creating his profile. Okay, and once he's done with that, he can hit this login button and automatically he's going to get redirected on this beautiful screen 4, not screen 4, sorry, on screen 5, where he will get to see his profile. Okay, and then he can make use of this screen for calling out someone for help if it is really required. So now let's come on this screen 1 and let's first start defining the code for this sign up button over here. So I would like to have an uneven block first in this workspace. Now the idea of this button is register. So we need to replace this with register. Everything is in small. Now when the user will hit this register named button, I would like a table to get created on the data browser with name users, and inside this table I would like these things to get saved. Okay, so these are the 5 things that are going to get saved inside the table. From where can I get the value of this name field? So I can get it from this component, the ID of which is name. Everything is in small. And let's make use of this code over here, and I'm going to place it over here. The idea of the second component is email, and now again everything is in small over here. Okay, then again I'm going to copy this whole thing and put it over here. Now the idea of this component is phone, and again everything of phone is in small. Great, so everything is going good right now. Yeah. Okay, so a table now with name users is going to get created, where these fields are going to get created inside this table, and whatever the value, whatever things the user is going to input over here, they are going to get saved. Besides, I would like to save the photograph also, which the user is going to upload using this photo select button. So for that we can make use of this get image URL option. Right, the idea of this component is photo. Let's place photo over here. Great, let's make it more interactive by adding a play speech sound to this uneven block. So we can come down over here in this UI controls part and fetch this play speech block. I'm putting it over here. You successfully created your profile. Okay, and in order to give it a feel, we can first redirect the user on this particular image button, right? So for doing that, we can make use of this set screen block. So it is going to give a beautiful feel to the user of this app, right? Okay, so I'm done with defining the required code for the sign up button. Now let's define the code for this screen 3. So I'm going to place this on even block again over here in this workspace. Now there is an image button on which I've imported this image, this beautiful tick image that you're seeing right now on this mobile simulator screen. Now how can you get this kind of image on Google Images? That's what I would like to help you guys with first. So uploaded successfully, tick mark, GIF animated. Let's search for a relevant image with this. Okay, so this is the image which I have used for that screen 3. So these are the words that you can type over here in the search bar of Google, and you will be able to find this kind of image on Google Images, right? So it is very easy. Once you're done with finding this image on this Google Images, you just have to save it with a unique name on your desktop, and after that you can import it on this mobile simulators using a simple image button. Now what is the idea of this image button? It is image 1. So when the user will come on this image, after hitting this image 1 button, I would like him to get redirected on this beautiful screen 2, where he'll get to hear from the background something like this. Please enter your login credentials. Okay, so please enter your login credentials for login into the system. That's what the user is going to hear when he will reach on this screen 2. Right, now we have a button over here with ID login. Let's now define the code for this login button. So I'm going to again make use of this on even block. The idea of this button is login. L is in capital of this login, so we need to write down following the correct way. Okay, now whatever the ID the user is going to enter over here, we need to match the password which he will enter over here for that particular ID with the one which he mentioned while creating his profile on this platform, right? So for doing that, the best way is to make use of this read records block, because what we have to do, we have to match some records with the existing records, the records which are already present in one of the tables connected to the one of the tables on the data browser connected to this application. Now what is the name of the table? The name of that table is users. We need to write down users over here. Okay, now let's enter the email address which the user is going to enter over here in this component. So I would like to fetch the records for this email ID, okay, which are present against this ID in this table named users. So that is the reason I've mentioned this condition over here. Okay, now how to match the password field? We just have to write down this if loop, and inside this we can define a condition. Let's make use of this get text property. So how can we get the text from this field name password? We can get it very easily with the help of this code get text password, and then let's match it with the password which the user has entered while creating his profile. So this is the field in which the password is going to get saved, right? And let's now place two curly brackets inside this. See, if this condition is true, then I would like the user to get redirected on the screen number. What is the name of that screen? Okay, I think it is screen 5, right? So it is a screen 5 on which I would like the user to get redirected. And besides, okay, fine, this is good. Besides that, what else should happen? Okay, I would like the user to hear something from the background. So he is going to hear something like this. Welcome user, your dashboard is ready to be used. So this is what the user is going to hear when he'll come on this screen 5. Now as soon as he'll come on this screen 5, I would like the user to I would like him to see his profile getting reflected right on the top over here in these components. So there is image 5 in which I would like the user to see his profile pic which he uploaded while creating his profile on the platform. Then in this one I would like the user to see his name getting reflected. Then in the second one I would like the user to see his email address, and in the third one I would like the phone number of the user to get reflected. How can we do that? It's very easy. We just have to write down, we can make use of this set text block, right? So the idea of this one is label 4. We can come over here in this designing panel and let's copy the ID from here. I'm going to place it over here, and from where can we get the required input for this label 4? So here I would like the user to see his own name getting reflected. Where is the name getting saved? So it is getting saved in this name named field in the user's named table, right? Okay, so we are done with defining the required code for this label 4. Now I'm going to paste the copies of this code twice over here. Now what is the idea of this label box? It is label 8. Here I would like the user to see his email address. That's how we can do it, because the emails are getting saved in this email named field, right? So that is the reason I've written email over here. Similarly, I would like the user to see his phone number over here in this label box. So this is the code which is going to fetch for us the phone number, and then the last but not the least is the image of the user, right? So what is the idea of this component? It is image 5. I would like the user to see his profile pic in. Now from where can we fetch the profile pic uploaded by the user? So it's there in this table named users inside this column named photo. Let's copy this name of the column from here and I'm going to place it over here. Okay, so this is going to set the image for this image 5 button. Fine. Else, if the condition mentioned in this if loop is not true, then what should happen? I would like the user to hear this thing from the background. You entered invalid credentials. So this is what the user is going to hear from the background in case this condition is false for the input provided by the user on this screen 2. Okay, let's now come on this screen 5. Okay, now here we have this image button over here. The ID of this image button is start, and the ID of this component is message box, and the ID of this component is image 6. So in case the user requires any help, how can he ask for the same using this dashboard? That's what we are going to code now. So let's make use of this on event block, and I'm going to place it inside this workspace like this. The ID of this image button is image 6. We need to write down image 6 over here. Now as soon as the user will hit this image 6 button, now whatever the user has typed over here in this message box, I would like that to get saved first in a table like structure. So for that we need to first, we can make use of this create record block and we can place it over here like this, message, and from where can we fetch the message? We can get it from this input box, which is visible to you guys right in the bottom of this screen. Okay, so I'm going to place the ID of that message box over here in between these two double inverted commas inside this get text block. Now besides this, I would like to get the phone number also of the user, so that whoever want to help this user can contact him directly on his phone number. So get text, what is a phone number? From where can we get it? We can get it from label 9, right? Okay, I need to replace this with label 9. Oh fine, now it is good to go. So label 9 is going to help us, and let's define this field with name phone also over here. Okay, besides this, what else do we require? Okay, what are the different components we have on this screen? 4. Let me just check that first. So here the name of the user can come, then here the phone number. Fine. So besides it, I would like to say get the name also of the user, whoever is requesting for the help. Now the ID of this label box is label 4. From where can we get the name of the user? Okay, now once the user is done with hitting this image 6 button, sorry, automatically a table with name message is going to get created, in which all these informations are going to get saved. Fine, and let's do one more thing. Once the user is done with requesting for help using this image 6 button, I would like everything whatever he has written in this message box to go disappear. So for doing that, the best way is to make use of this set text block, and we can set with which we can set the text of a particular component. The idea of this message box is message box, everything is in small. We need to place it over here like this, and let's pass a null value, or else let's make it write your message here. So this is what the user is going to see over here in this message box. And besides this, let's make it more interactive by adding a play speech block to this uneven block, and here I am going to replace this whole thing with hi. Okay, let's make it we sent your just a second, I think I'm missing something over here. Yeah, now it's fine. So we sent your message successfully to all the users. So all the users are going to receive this message, which the user is going to send using this image 6 button. Okay, fine. So this is going to be a kind of notification this user is going to get once he will hit this button after writing down his message over here. Okay, fine. Let's now come on this screen 4. Now whatever message the user, as soon as this table gets created on the data browser connected to this app, I would like all the users, whoever is using this app on their respective device, I would like them to get redirected on this beautiful screen 4, where they will where they should see something like this getting reflected, or else let's code it in a different way. Let's code it in a different way. Just a second. Okay, how can we get the user redirected on this screen? Let's think about that first. Let's code it in that way. I think in that way it is going to be more beneficial. Let's come on this design panel, and over here I'm going to define an image button. Fine, I'm done with that. Here I'm going to upload an admin pic, which you can easily get from the Google Images. The only thing that you have to type over here in the search bar of Google is this animated GIF admin image. let's see what are the results we are going to get. Okay, and if I will add this word also to the sentence. Okay, so these are a couple of good images you're going to come across. I don't want any such image. Okay, if I will eliminate this GIF from here, let's see what will we get now. Okay, I think this will do, right? So I'm going to copy this first. Let's copy this. Okay, so it's not a GIF image. Let's try this one. No. Okay, so I think one of these we will be able to make our app look more good. Let's go for this one. Okay, this seems to be good. Right click on this image and save it with a unique name on your desktop using that save image as option. And after that I'm going to import it on that Applab platform. So it is going to take a little bit of time, no worries. Okay, so let's save it with this name admin. Done with this, I am going to come on this image button and let's hit this choose button. As you can see, the admin.png image is getting downloaded on my device. Okay, so I'm done with downloading the admin.png image. Now I'm going to import it in the Applab. So you just have to drag it and drop it like this over here in this assets section of the toolbox, and you will be able to now find it over here in this list very soon. It is getting uploaded right now, so it is going to take a little bit of time. Let's wait for the file to get uploaded. Fine, so it has got successfully uploaded and I'm able to see it getting reflected right on the top over here. Let's select this image. Now, why we are not able to see anything over here? Is there anything which we missed? And please do like and share this video in your group so that more and more students can come and join the channel and enjoy these coding classes I am giving on my channel free of cost. And in case you want to learn Python and other high-level languages, then you are most welcome to join my coding classes, which I am giving to the students in just rupees 500. So you are going to get 14 classes in just rupees 500. Okay, and if you want to avail those classes, if you want to avail the facility of online coding classes, you just have to ask your parents to contact me on my respective phone number, which is 9891665634. What is happening? I think there is some issue I'm facing with the networking. Just give me a short moment. Let me just resolve it. The internet is perfectly fine. Why am I facing this issue? Okay, so now I'm able to see the image getting reflected right on the top over here. Okay, perfect. So the idea of this image button is image 4. Let's now define a code for this image button. So we can have this on event block over here. The idea of this button is image 4. I'm going to write down image 4 over here. Okay, so the code has got refreshed. This is taking longer than usual, no problem. Coming down, and Again, I'm going to place this on event block over here, replacing this ID with the ID of this image button, which I just imported in this Applab. Now, as soon as the user will tap on this button, I would like him to get redirected on that screen 4. Okay, so what can we do for this? We can copy these two lines of code where there is set screen and place speech, and I am going to place it over here. So I would like the user to get redirected on this screen 4, and here as soon as he'll come on this screen, he's going to hear this message: thank you for choosing to help people. Fine. So this is where the user is going to get a notification in real time from the person who is going to request for help, okay, on this app, using this app. So what is the name of the table which is going to get created when the user will hit this image 6 button? So the name of the table is message 6. Now as soon as he hit this message 6 button, I would like all the admins to receive a notification on their respective panels. I would like only the admins to receive the notification. I don't want the person who has requested for the help to receive the notification in real time. So before defining the code for that, we need to first define a counter variable. Let's say var x is equals to 0. So this is a counter variable we guys are going to make use of now. Okay, now here I am going to see if the user will tap on this sign up button. Where is the sign up button? Here, this, or where is that login button? This is the one. If the user will tap on this login button, I would like the value of x to get incremented by 1. I would like to change the value of x from 0 to 1. So where is the code I've defined for this? Okay, this is the code which we have defined for this login named button. Here I'm going to write down x is equals to 1, right? And let's make it 1 for this sign up button also. So right on the top we have defined the code for this register named button. When the user will tap on this button, I would like the value of x to change from 0 to 1, and if the user will hit this image button over here, I would like the value of x to change from 0 to 2. Okay, now here I am going to define this on record event which we use for sending a real-time notification on other devices, right? So this is a table which is going to get created when the user will hit that image 6 button over here, and as soon as this table will get created, see what type of event is taking place in this message name table. So it is create type of event which is taking place, right? So we need not to make any changes over here in this second line of code, but we need to eliminate everything whatever we have inside this if loop. Now okay, now we are required to fetch the records from this message named table. Okay, and whoever has requested for help, I would like his name to be to get reflected over here in this topmost input box over here, and his phone number to get reflected over here, and whatever message he has sent should be visible to all the admins getting reflected over here in this message box. So it should be visible only to the admins, not to anyone else. So for doing that, what we can do, we need to define an if loop over here. So if the value of x is equals to 2, you remember, if the person is an admin and he will tap on this screen 4 over here, image 4 over here, so automatically the value of x is going to get changed from 0 to 2. So that is the reason we can make use of this condition in order to see whether that person is an admin person or he's a simple user, right? So if x is equals to 2, then only we would like that person to receive a real notification on his panel in real time. Now what are the things we would like the user to receive as a part of notification? That's what we have to define the code for now. Okay, so the first thing that I would like to see, So the first thing that I would like the admin to see over here is the name of the person getting reflected in this namee named input box. So from where can we get the name? From this message named table. We can get it from this column named name. Okay. Besides, I would like the phone number of the user should be visible to the admin. So from where can we get the phone number? We can get it from this field named phone, which is there in this message named table. Okay, so these are the two things. Then what else do we require? I think rest everything is perfectly fine. Or else are we missing something? Okay. Now besides this, I would like the message also to be visible to the admin. Over here in this message named message box, that's how we can do it. Okay, great. So we are done with defining the required code over here. Now what I'm going to do, see, initially when the admin will come on this screen, I don't want this this light to be visible to the admin. How can we hide it? We can make use of hide element block in order to hide this image 9. Okay, now as soon as he will receive, the admin will receive a notification in real time, I would like this image 9 to be visible to the admin. So we can make use of show element block for doing the same. Besides this, I would like the admin to hear an emergency sound from the background. So for doing that, what we can do, we can make use of this play sound block, which you can easily find in the UI controls tab of this toolbox. And where is that play sound block? So this is the one. I'm going to put it right below this show element block, and let's hit this drop down and select a relevant sound. So this time I'm not going to make use of the sounds which are available to us over here in the sound library. Instead, I would like to make my own new sounds. So this is the one which I already have over here in this make new sounds part. So this is this sound. Okay, now from where can you get this sound? That's what I would like to help you guys with. You can come on Google. Okay, and you can search for the relevant sound on this Google. So what you have to type in the search bar of Google for finding out that ambulance or emergency sound, that's what I would like to help you now. So here you just have to type emergency ambulance sound. Okay, and after that you can write down the name of this website, Pro Kerala. So on this you can find some very good sounds. Fine, I generally make use of this website. So this is the one I think I have used. Okay, this. You can go for this one also. There are a couple of sounds, a couple of more sounds which you can find over here in this on this website. Now how can you download this ringtone? You just have to hit this download MP3 button, and it is going to come like this over here, and then you can hit this icon. Automatically this is the option you are going to get. Let's hit this download button and see whether we will be able to download this sound or not on our device. So yes, I am able to download this ringtone on my device. Okay, now how can you get this kind of image which is getting reflected over here? So here, when you'll come on this Google Images, just type out emergency ambulance light GIF animated. So if you'll type something like this, these are the results you're going to come across. Now this is a one which I have made use of in this application. Okay, fine. Now I think we are almost done with defining everything over here. Or yes, we are left with this. We are left with this button also. Let's define the code for this button. Now I'm going to place this on even block over here first. Okay, the idea of this button is start. So we need to replace this with start. Where is that start? This is a one. Let's convert it into text-based coding. Now as soon as the user will hit this start button, I would like I would like this image to change to this ambulance light image. So how can we do that? We can make use of this set image URL and place it over here. The idea of this component is start, right? So we need to write down start over here. From where can we get the image URL? We can get it easily. The idea of that ambulance light image is, let's find it out. So it is, I've saved it with, where is that image? Just give me a short moment. The images are getting uploaded right now. I think the internet is a little bit slow at my end, maybe because of that. Yeah, so the idea of this image is alarm gif.gif. Okay, so this is how I can set the image. Okay, and then I would like this sound also to be heard by the user and everyone else who is there in the environment the user is present. Okay, fine. Now, okay, and after this, how can you change it back to this start button? That's also what I would like to define the code for. So for doing that, we can make use of a counter variable. Now when the user will hit this start button, if the value of y the value of y is going to be 1, okay, and if the value of y is equal to 1, then I would like the image which is getting reflected over here to change to this one. I would like the user to see that ambulance light image to get reflected over here, and he should this sound also should be audible to the user. Fine. And what else can we do to bring this image back on this dashboard? So for doing that, we have to think about the required code which can help us in getting this image back on this dashboard. So y is going to become 1 when the user will hit this start button. Okay, and why can't we do it like this? Let's not make use of this counter variable. Let's do it like this. If get image URL of this button start is equal to this, what is the URL of this image? It is start.gif. So if it is start.gif, I would like the URL to change to this. Fine. Else if, let's copy this whole thing and place it just after this else keyword, and if it is equal to alarm.gif, okay, I would like to set the URL to start.gif, right, and this sound is going to stop. Fine. let me just show you the output you're going to get with the code that I've just defined. So I'm going to make this screen 5 the default screen. Let's come back on this coding section and run this app. So this is the screen user is going to come across when he will run this app, because this is the default screen right now. Now if I will hit this button over here, okay, so I am getting an error over here. Why is it so? That sound is visible to us, right? Why we are getting this error, that's what we have to find out. Is there anything that we missed out? So the get image URL ID parameter refers to an ID alarm.gif which does not exist. Okay, alarm gif.gif, it is. Okay, so the error is in line number 87, alarm gif.gif. Now why am I getting an error? That's what I have to find out. Let's come on this screen 4 and check out the URL of this image. So okay, so the URL of this image is alarmgif.gif. I'm copying it from here. Now I'm going to paste it over here in place of this. Here it is perfectly fine. So why it is giving us an error? Let's run this app one more time. Okay, again I'm getting an error, but I'm able to hear that sound from the background, right? What is this error saying? The get image URL ID parameter refers to an ID alarm gif.gif which does not exist. Warning, value undefined is not a string. Okay, get image URL. Fine, I think okay, this is the mistake which I was making. I need to pass it, directly like this, because it is itself a URL. We need not to make use of get image URL over here. Right, this is going to give us the right output, I think. Let's run it one more time and check it out. Okay, now it is working perfectly fine. So if you'll hit that start button, the image is going to change to this, and if you'll hit this ambulance button, the image will again change and the sound will stop. So that's how you can define the code for this button over here. Okay, I think I am done with doing almost everything over here. Yes, let's now check out whether this code which we have defined for this application in this workspace is going to give us the right output or not. But before that, let me do one more thing. Let's define the code for this image 9 button also. The ID of this image button is image 9. When the user will hit this image 9 button, I would like this to go disappear from the screen. So we can make use of this hide element property. Let's place it over here. And as soon as the user will get a notification on his respective panel, he is going to hear this sound also. This sound. But I would like this sound to stop if the admin will hit this image 9 button. So we can copy this whole thing from here and we can place it just after this hide element block, and let's replace this play with stop. So this is going to stop the sound. Now let's run this app on 2 different devices and check out whether it is going to give us the correct output or not. Control in. So on this one I am going to and on this second device I am going to access the users panel. So first of all I will create a profile on the platform, and after that I will see whether this app can help that user for getting some help from this admin or not. And do like and share this video in your group so that more and more students join the channel and enjoy these coding classes which I'm providing on my channel free of cost. Thank you very much in advance for taking the initiative. Okay, so let's first change the default screen to screen 1. Fine. Okay, now I think when I will refresh the code, this is the screen I am going to come across on both these devices. So it's again a real-time multi-device application that we have learned to code today in this Applab on code.org. Okay, so the application is currently loading on these two devices over here. Fine. So here I'm going to access the admin panel. So for that I just have to hit this image button over here, and it is going to redirect us on this beautiful admin screen. Why am I not able to hear anything from the background? Is there anything that we have defined? Is there any play speech block we have defined for this image 4 button? Yes, we have defined a play speech block over here. Why we were not able to hear anything from the background? That's what I need to find out. I'm closing this browser. Let's check out whether we'll be able to hear something over here on this browser or not. Why am I not able to hear anything in the background? Is there any issue? Is there anything I'm missing? See, the code that is going to get executed when the user will hit that image 4 button is this, right? So the value of x is going to become 2, and this is the sound the user is going to hear. Let's try it out on this mobile simulator. Okay, we are not able to hear the sound, this speech in the background, right? Why is it so? Earlier we were able to hear all the sounds. Now we are not able to hear anything. I think there is some issue with my speakers, because of that it is happening.
Thank you for choosing to help people.
Now it is working fine. Yeah. Now it is working fine. Let me try it one more time.
Thank you for choosing to help people.
That is working fine now. Okay, so I'm going to make use of this link again and access the admins panel on this first browser. So I just want to check whether the speakers of this sound of this browser is working fine or not first. That's what. Again, it's taking a lot of time. What is happening to this? Not able to hear any sound on this browser. Let's check it out whether we'll be able to hear something on this or not.
Thank you for choosing to help people.
Okay, so there was a sound on this browser.
Thank you for choosing to help people.
Here also, this browser is also working fine. So now we'll be able to test this app properly. So on this, we have accessed this admin panel. Now let's create a profile quickly on this platform. So first of all, I'm going to upload a pic. Okay, so I am selecting this pic for now, and here I'm going to write down the ID of the person, the name of the person, and let's write down nevi@gmail.com and 9891665634, and here I'm going to write down a password. Okay, let's hit the sign up button for creating this profile. Fine.
You successful created your profile.
So the profile has got successfully created. Now I'm going to hit this image buttons. Let's see what's going to happen.
Please enter your login credentials for login into the
I think
system.
we haven't defined
Please
the
enter your login credentials for login into the system.
code
Please
of
enter your
this
login
image
credentials for
button is
login
not
into the
working.
system.
The code of
Please enter
this
your login credentials for login into the system.
the code which we have defined for this image one button is not working fine. Why is it so? So it should get us. Why we are not
Please
able
enter your
to?
login credentials for login into the system.
Why we are not able to read? Okay, so we need the user to get redirected on this screen 2, right? Once he is done with creating his profile, so we need to change it to screen 2 over here. So that was an error. Fine. Now I'm going to delete the users name table which is there on this data browser connected to this application, and I'm going to run this application one more time on both these browsers so as to test whether it is going to give us the correct output or not. Kindly bear with me, thank you very much. Okay, so I'm accessing the admins panel over here, and over here I'm going to create a profile quickly. Okay, so I'm done with defining all the required information for all these input boxes over here, and also I'm done with uploading a profile pic. Okay, so what is the ID with which I registered the profile? So the ID is nevi@gmail.com and nevi123 is a password. So same I have to enter over here, and here I need to enter nevi123. Let's hit this login button. So
Thank
the
you for choosing to
profile.
help people.
Okay, so the profile pic is visible to me, and also everything over here, whatever I uploaded while creating the profile is getting visible over here in these label boxes. Now let's write down a message over here. Hi, I need hi I need some help. I am
You successful
in
created your profile.
Shastri Nagar. So this is what I
Please
have
enter your
written over
login
here.
credentials for login into the system.
Let's hit this image 6 button and see what's going to happen, whether
We
this
sent your
admin
message
will be able
successfully
to
to all the users.
receive a
Welcome
notification in
user.
real time or not.
Your
So,
dashboard is ready to be used.
so yes, this admin has received a notification in real time over here, but you know that ambulance sound you're not able to hear, neither we are able to see the message which this user typed over here getting reflected in this message box. So let's check out if we let's check out the error that we have made in the coding part. Message. Okay, we need to come down over here in that code which we have defined for getting the real-time notification on the admins panel. This is the one. Now if x is equals to 2. Okay, so the ID, the name of the column is not correct over here. I think message is in capital, M of message is in capital. Okay, that's why we were not able to see the message getting reflected on this admins panel over here in this message box. Besides that, what else are we missing? Because we are not able to see this image 9, right? We were not able to see this image 9. So let's cut it out from here, and I'm going to paste it over here like this inside this for loop. Okay, so this time I think it is going to give us the correct output. Right. Okay, let's check out one more time whether this app is going to give us the correct output or not. So I'm going to run it again on two different browsers. I think this browser is troubling me a lot. Let's close this browser, and this time I'm going to make use of this file simulator for accessing the admins panel, because that one on the browser it is
Thank you for choosing to help people.
okay. So I'm on this admins panel right now on this mobile simulator, and here I'm going to create a profile quickly. So first of all, I'm uploading a photograph. Let's see this time whether we'll be able to get the required output or not. Keeping my finger crossed. Navy@gmail.com 989165634, and this is the password. Okay. Why we're not able to hear anything on this? I think just because of this GIF animated screen, and there is some problem with my internet connection. That's the reason. This browser, on this browser we haven't heard anything when we came on this image button. Let's set this image button, so it is going to redirect us on this login screen where we are required to input this email address and this password. Okay, let's hit this login button. Haven't we okay, so this is the ID and Navy123 is the password.
You successfully created your profile.
Okay, so the profile things are getting reflected right on the top. Let's write down a message over here. Hi,
Please enter your login credentials for login
admin,
into the
I
system.
need your help.
We sent your message successfully to all the users.
We are hearing these messages late. Why? Just because there
You
is some issue
entered
with my
invalid
browser.
credentials.
Really sorry. Let's hit
We sent your
this
message successfully to all the users.
message button and see what's gonna happen.
Welcome, user. Your dashboard is ready
So
to
as
be
you can
used.
see, the admin has received a notification in real time on his respective panel. Right, let's close this notification. So he just has to hit the ambulance button over here, and it will go down. Alright, and it will not be visible to the admin anymore. Now if you want to, if suppose she will again send a message to this admin, so that's how he is going to get the message. I don't require any help now. And as you can see, the message over here has also changed. Alright, so that's how you can develop a full-fledged emergency app using the basic features of Applab on this beautiful code.org platform. I hope you guys really enjoyed this lecture a lot. Do like and share this video with your colleagues in your groups, so that more and more students can come and join the channel and enjoy these free online coding classes I'm providing to you guys on my YouTube channel. And keep liking the videos, keep sharing the videos in your groups, so that it can reach to the maximum students possible. Fine, thank you very much for all your support, for all your love. If you have any query, you guys are most welcome to ask me the same. You can put your queries in the comment section. Definitely, whenever I will get the time, I am going to sort it out. Thank you very much, Prabodh, for joining me in this lecture here. Yes, I had made that mistake, but I rectified that mistake. Thank you very much for telling me. Okay, sir, please make a lie detector app. Ryan, definitely you're going to get it very soon on my channel here. Now the code is perfectly fine, Prabodh. You can check it out. Everything is perfectly fine. The admin is also getting the notification in real time. Thank you very much, Ryan, for this appreciation here. It means a lot to me. Getting appreciation from you guys. Sony's Dreamland. Thank you very much, dear, for joining me in this lecture. Excellent. You have made doctor appointment app. Great to hear that, dear. My pleasure, my pleasure. Raghav, hello dear. Vigyan, hello beta. How to download? See, I haven't published any of my apps on Play Store, so you will not be able to download it, but definitely everything is there in the video. You can check out the whole video without skipping any part. If you'll check it out, if you'll check the videos without skipping any part, definitely you're going to understand each and everything in a very good way. Fine, I have covered everything whatever is required, whether it is related to designing or whether it is related to coding. So just check out the videos, you will get your answer, you will get the answer to all your questions. Okay, so thank you very much for attending this lecture and joining me in this lecture. Thank you very much, and God bless you all and have a great day. Bye bye. Hi Prashant.